Hey, what's going on, sports cards fans? Ray from Philly here on this Wednesday night, September 10th. And I want to welcome everybody to this is actually the first annual Basketball Card Hall of Fame. Myself and who's joined by me right now is Tony of TJ is Online. We started the Basketball Card Hall of Fame on September 1st. Voting has already begun. As you know, the Sports Card Hall of Fame Network has done baseball for the last 8 years, football card for the last 3 years, and this is the first year for basketball. And we're joined, as it has been a ritualistic thing, and we're honored and privileged to have Dr. James Beckett with us. Dr. Beckett, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. What a great topic.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on, and I love hearing your opinions and your selections of what cards you like to see get into the Hall of Fame. As you know, we're in a new territory now, basketball cards. So I love vintage basketball cards and some of the later modern ones as well. So me and Tony are really looking forward to hearing your opinions. So as you know, there's two ballots. There's a vintage ballot from 1900 to 1979 and a modern ballot from 1980 to present day. No current players that are currently playing, like say a Kobe or Steph Curry, are in. They have to be retired. And you pick 5 per ballot, 5 for the vintage and 5 for the modern. So without further ado, Mr. Beckett, Dr. Beckett, if you're ready, we're ready to go. So we're going to start off with the first card, which is a 1933 Gaudy Sports Kings Nat Holman rookie card.
My dad had that card. Not in that great a shape, but I did not vote for it. I think it's a great card, but I did not vote for it.
Gotcha. Well, next up is a pretty iconic card, the 48 Bowman George Mikan rookie card.
First ballot, unanimous pick. That is he was better than what even people my age that probably I didn't see him play in my when I was a kid.
Right.
He'd already retired, but what he did compared to his peers was, he's absolutely, he was amazing.
Right.
And they changed the rules to make him less amazing, and he still dominated. So.
And this wasn't the Los Angeles Lakers, right? This was the Minneapolis, right? Yeah.
In fact, you could say that the Laker dynasty kind of began. I mean, there's no lakes in LA. I mean,
that's true.
But I mean, they are the Lakers, and this was the beginning of the dynasty. They were dynastic with George Mikan. So he's absolutely. And I love the way you've split between modern and vintage, because if it was all together, he might not get all the votes. But if you just vintage, in fact, this is true vintage. When you get into the 70s, yes, it's still vintage, but it's more modern vintage. So,
Dr. Beckett, what would you compare this basketball iconic card to, say, in baseball? Would this be like in the same realm of, like, I don't know, a 52 Topps Mantle, 51 Bowman Mantle? Like, what would you say is this kind of comparable to for basketball and to another sport? In your opinion?
If you stick from 48, you've got 48 Leafs,
right?
Jackie Robinson notably, and other short prints, but the basketball, they just didn't print that many of them.
Right.
Just didn't print that many of them.
Right.
So it's much shorter printed than a Mantle, Bowman, or Topps, 51 Bowman or 52 Topps. So.
Sure.
But and it's getting more and more appreciation over years. People realize this guy was dominant.
Yeah.
Dominant.
All right. And next up, 57 Topps Bill Russell rookie card.
He's in. And that is the card for that set. One of the things I go by is the player and the set, and I like it if they're the dominant best player in that set.
Right.
And that makes me not want to vote for Kuzi, who's next, because even though Kuzi was absolutely great, once I've got 57 Topps covered with Bill Russell, then Kuzi is is a distant second.
Right. Gotcha. So that's a no on the koozie then, right?
It's a
Mhm.
no on the koozie for this year. I mean,
Right.
the problem you're going to have is there are a lot less um,
Right.
vintage basketball cards, and unless if you're starting out 5 and 5, that seems reasonable now. But in a couple of years, you may want to do 3 and 7.
That's what we were talking about today,
Exactly.
right, Tony?
So
Yep.
Exactly.
you're gonna you want the quality in both groups
Right.
to be standing out.
Right. We were
So
talking about that today. As the years go on, it's quite possible. Tony said the same thing, that we'll probably have to go to 3. So
now I did see Kuzi play. I saw Bob Pettit play. Now Bob Pettit, another one. I actually have that on my wall. That card, not that exact
nice.
card, but he's the one of the only quadruple prints that I am aware of.
Right.
He is very easy. So and he doesn't even look that athletic, but the guy was really good.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Is
so
that a no or a yes?
no, that's enough. I'm
Okay.
only gonna get
No.
5, so
I
I
know.
hopefully
It's tough, Dr. Beckett. It's tough.
uh,
61 Fleer. This is a
run out
big
of bullets.
set. Big set. Bill Russell.
Well, I can just do this all together. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 very worthy, and you don't make it clear, I don't think, but this doesn't include the inaction
Right.
No,
part because
just the
all the 4
base.
guys that you picked, it's just because it's a separate card, separate
Right.
image.
It's their
But I've
base.
got Wilt Chamberlain in there, and even though Jerry West was a boyhood hero, Oscar Robertson as well, as not regular size guys. Oh, wait a minute, you got Elgin, yeah.
Mhm.
You got 5. Okay, you got 5. Elgin
Yeah.
Baylor will eventually get in if
Yes.
he did not finish as well as he could have. Other than that, he would be held. He had amazing. He had
Mhm.
25 rebounds
Yeah.
routinely. So
And
uh,
Jerry West is the logo. So is Jerry West a no?
no,
Okay.
can't do it. I can't fit him in there. I can't
Right.
fit him in there, and you'll know why when we get up to
And the big O.
1984. Big O, same thing.
Yeah.
He's maybe next year again terrific. Now you didn't put what I would have on there, which not. I'm not the guy, but the Cons Wieners of both those guys.
What year is
Ray and
that?
I,
They're the year before, I think.
yeah, 60, 61, 62. So
Yeah.
we talked about those and they're going to be on next year's ballot.
Pretty
We
Yeah.
tried
very-
to,
Yeah.
we did add some unusual cards
Yeah.
like the test issues, but with the regionals and also like the com spec, the cons wieners and also the icy bears, they'll be on next year's ballot.
The other problem is something. So Wilt is definitely in, and it's gotten a lot of publicity recently with a 10 coming up
Mhm.
and selling for $1 million or pretty
Wow.
close to it. I think Oscar and the Big O and Zeke from Cabin Creek, Jerry West, those guys. The problem they were both great and possibly equally great
Hmm.
in a different way. And so for me to vote for Jerry without Oscar or vice versa would be very difficult. I'd like to see them go in together. They were both head and shoulders above the other
Hmm.
regular size guys, the guards, although I think Big O could play any position.
Any position.
Right.
Mhm.
All
Mr.
right.
Triple Double.
Yeah, automatic.
Interesting set here. The 67, 68 tops test. Bill Russell.
Yeah, I'm a veteran collector, and I did not vote for. You have 1, 2, 3 of those, 4 of those, and I would love to have any of them in my collection, but they're really too rare. I think
Yeah.
Same here.
probably could have one just to show that this is truly a grail.
Mhm.
You really would have trouble if you put a bounty out for somebody
Yeah.
they're just there's a handful of these. I have a type
Yes.
card and it's not any one of the 4. So I'd make them wait, and eventually I would put one of them in, and I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Next up, the 69 Topps John Havlicek rookie.
Hondo, I saw him play a lot. He was from Bridgeport when I lived in Wheeling, West Virginia. And backward jersey notwithstanding, I can't put him in because I got to put in Lou Alcindor.
Right.
And so that's a distant second at best of the. It's still a great card, but I've got Lou Alcindor in there. I actually crossed paths with Kareem. I was out at UCLA back in 1970, 69, maybe something like that.
Wow.
68, walking across campus, and I walked by him. And I promise you, that dude is 7'4". I've been around 7'4". He is 7'4". And he's just walking by himself with books under his arm, like a real student. And he is a student. He's a lifelong learner. He's an amazing guy. And I think not in great health, and he shrunk a little bit, but he's maybe shrunk to 7 feet.
That's all.
He would not let himself be measured because of the mystique, and I think he was 7'4".
Wow. So that's 4 for your
I'm up
vintage.
to 4 on the vintage, yeah. And then Wilt, same thing. I've already got a Wilt. And this is Pete came in 6th.
Wow, he was close.
Didn't have, he was very close. If it was autographed, and I'm a troublemaker, if it was autographed, it'd go in. But he
What a
was
great player.
He's just a little bit older than me, and he's passed away now, and is just an absolute legend. There'd be no Steph Curry
Agreed.
Without Pete Maravich.
Great passer. He was unbelievable.
This guy I'll vote for next time, but he had to wait. And Tiny Archibald, one of my best friends, had to guard him in college, and he said that's what he knew. And he was a all-state, second team, all conference guard. And he said that's when I knew I wasn't going to make the NBA when I tried to guard Tiny Archibald. We played UTEP. Rick Barry, close call, but no. My 5th is Dr. J.
There you go.
I think the cultural relevance. Now, not to jump ahead, but he's also going to be in there. Another card. The 5th card is of the smaller, the non-tall boy cards of basketball. I think it's the best. It's the best of the non-tall boy basketball cards in the 70s. So,
and these other ones are great, noteworthy, like Iceman, George Gervin.
Well, Bill Walton was a favorite. Iceman, Dr. J 75. I would maybe even take that off the ballot.
Yeah, it's possible.
But again, once if his rookie card gets in, well then like I said, my feeling is that he's covered.
Right.
And
then the 1975 Dr. J made it because it's one of the first action shots. I think that's part of the reason it was selected. If you can go back to it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just an iconic image, but not like the rookie, obviously.
Right. Exactly. Right.
And he looks like he's doing a little reverse layup or something. Yeah. And that became not standard, but I mean, the photographs in basketball were not great.
Right.
Yeah.
It's because of the control of the arenas and the strobes and all that stuff. Right. Moses Malone possibly will eventually get in. This is I think this is this card has come on in the last few years, and like you're saying, Tony, it's a kind of an action shot. The only thing it kind of shows him below the rim. Actually, he was not way above the rim. He was he had a perimeter of like Charles Barkley of getting rebounds and Dennis Rodman. If it was near him, he got it.
Yeah.
So he wasn't going over people as much as he cut a wide swath.
I can vouch for that with the Sixers in '83. I mean, he just 6'10" and out rebounded Kareem.
Right.
And
he worked it. He was big and he worked it. I mean, Dennis Rodman was just
exactly.
He thought every ball was supposed to be his.
Great rebounders.
Yeah.
So that ends the vintage.
Okay.
Now up for the modern.
Now
So
we're up
very
to the
comfortable with
modern.
my 5, very comfortable with number 6. Okay.
So
You ready?
1980, 81 Topps Bergen Magic rookie with Dr. J.
Yeah. Even though I've already got Dr. J in on my ballot, I'm still voting for this card. This
Love
is
this card.
very iconic and legendary, and it's probably not random. I don't think we give Topps, when they were doing baseball sets and probably other sets too, they would put the stars on the the meaningful numbers, card number 1, card number
Mhm.
10, card number 100, card number whatever, the hundreds, the 50s, all that stuff. Well, obviously they couldn't do this with this crazy numbered set because there's 3 numbers on the back and there's 2 versions quasi of every card. But my point is, the Topps knew who the stars were,
Right.
and this, to put these 3 guys together, that was not random.
Right.
That was intentional, and it's deserving of first ballot in the Hall of Fame.
Now we come to the
19
star set.
Yeah, the star. 83, 84 star Drexler.
I'm not trying to curry favor with Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan would be pleased that I would be picking 3 Michael Jordan cards before I'd pick even 1 Clyde. He sneered at Clyde being able to guard him.
He did.
And I think Clyde was great on both sides of the ball, but he happened to be kind of the same age as Michael. So, and very athletic. He was fun to watch. I was down. He was Houston in college. Human highlight film, same thing. He's going to have to wait, but I could see him eventually getting in. I also, it's not that I'm down on Star,
Mhm.
one sense, but in another sense, I do not regard them as a major card company. And so, as a kind of a boutique company, I
Mhm.
don't think they should dominate the Hall of Fame. Because
Okay.
like I said, I've editorialized that I think their license was different than Topps, than
Mhm.
Fleer, than some of the others. So, but this is a great card, and Isaiah, same thing. I'm not a huge fan of Isaiah.
Mhm.
I think he did amazing stuff as a smaller player, and he just was yappy,
Yeah.
He was.
yappy.
I saw him play at Indiana
Yeah,
in person.
well, he was. Yeah,
And this is a
uh,
cool card, Larry
that's a
Bird.
great
Yeah.
card too. But again, I'm gonna be. I think I have at least 1 star card coming, but it's
And
the
it's not the
most
Magic.
and it's the most famous star card. Actually, the Magic card, that's a Kurt
Mhm.
Rambis card.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it is.
That's what I was about to say.
Kurt, can you move out of the lens? I just think they did. And the star cards are, I mean, they fill the gap, and they're really cool in one way. But like I said, they're kind of boutique. This is not Michael. It's Michael Jordan's least attractive card, but probably most valuable of
Mhm.
like a base card.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I don't begrudge the guys. What it goes for is not a problem for me, because we always listed it in the price guides, and it's a great card. It's worthy of 6 figures. I won't deny that.
Wow.
But there's more to the story, which I editorialized on. Akeem, I'm eventually going to vote for this card. I
Mhm.
think, or whatever is this his rookie?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, because he
Mhm.
came
Yes.
same draft class as Michael. Yeah, I will eventually vote for this card. To me, that's I will, and I might eventually vote for Barkley.
Mhm.
Although, yeah, I might. Although that's, I think, the next year or that same year. Okay, well,
It's the rookie card, so
Barkley is a year before in drafting, though, right?
Yeah, I
they're the
think
same.
so. You,
It's the same draft class as Jordan.
is it okay?
Barkley
Mhm.
was draft class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
What was his number?
He was.
What was
Oh,
his
that
his
I don't know the draft. I
We had
don't know the draft
Akeem, and
off the
then
top of
Sam
my head.
Bowie, and then Michael Jordan, and well, whatever. I mean, I think Barkley, being in the public eye, his best card deserves to get in, and that's arguably, if not his best card, one of his best cards. Okay, what about? Okay,
Barkley went number Akeem, Bowie, Jordan, Perkins, and then
Wow.
Barkley. So
Wow.
fifth.
Big
Okay,
class.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah, that
Uh,
was a
I
really
have
great
this card.
class.
I have this card in, and it's it's iconic.
It
But
is.
the star aficionados that say it can still be iconic if it's not a rookie card, that's probably not true.
Right.
It's iconic and it's a rookie card. Now there may be other rookie cards, but if it's not a rookie card, if it's a third year card, it would the demand would drop off appreciably.
Right.
But
Did you
and
vote for
this
this,
is more
Dr.
the
Beckett?
pose that you remember of him,
Right.
taking off at the foul line.
Right.
Hmm.
Was this a yes for you for the Fleer Jordan?
Absolutely, yeah. No,
Yeah.
save it
Okay.
up. I've got so far on the modern. I've got the Bird Magic. I've got the
Star
Star
Jordan,
Jordan and the Fleer
Fleer
Jordan,
Jordan.
and then I eventually will probably pick the Star Barkley. Uh, Patrick Ewing. Uh, he's got an
Yeah.
85, 86 star, I think, right?
Yeah, he does. He didn't make the
That'd
ballot
be
this
that'd
time
be a little
around.
bit of a toss up. I mean, I like I
Yeah.
said, I'm big on the set and the brand and things like that, and
Right.
but I still might pick. Yeah,
But we do have the Ewing here on this set.
yeah. I wasn't going to vote for it. I like the pose and the again he was great too.
And
Scotty, I don't think I'm going to vote for Scotty.
okay.
Period.
Yeah.
I think it's worthy of the ballot, but it's not something to vote for. And then now the shocker, I'm voting for the Admiral.
Wow.
I've met the Admiral, and he's a really nice guy. He's just as nice in person. He's just
Hmm.
as tall in person. He's legit 7 feet, 7'1" maybe even. He's very tall, very athletic, and I seem like a kind guy, which I can't say that for every athlete I've ever
Yeah.
met. But this card was not the only responsible factor for us doing a basketball magazine, but it was a key factor. It was undeniable that there was a rush on for this card
Yeah.
uh, from the packs and
Right.
from
Yeah.
getting, and it set hoops up.
Right.
And so sentimentally, I think it's a meaningful card in the hobby, which is partly what the Basketball Card Hall of Fame ought to be. But
Tony was talking about this earlier today about this
Hmm.
card, that it when it came out, it was a chase. It was a chase to get
When
that card.
I was 13 in 1989, and we all rushed to the store for the first time, not to buy Flair, but to buy the hoops
yeah,
boxes,
Hmm.
packs, just because photography was supposed to be a lot better than Flair, but more importantly, it had the Robinson card, and we all knew it,
Hmm.
and we all wanted that Robinson card, even though it wasn't an action photo, it's
Right.
still a great card.
Yeah. Yep. And
okay.
next up is Shaq Beam Team.
Yeah, I think I think that could eventually get in.
I think so too.
So you're including
So this has the Stadium Club base card. It's got the members only beam team, and it's got the beam team
well,
card.
you're including everything that came in packs for Stadium Club?
Hmm. Oh, and also I guess
The
the
base
members
club.
only came in a
Okay.
set.
Okay. Well, this is the one. I mean, this is the one you'd want.
Right.
I mean, I
And
looked at it as just Stadium Club Beam Team,
Hmm.
which again was a landmark insert that added some detailing that would have been gaudy 10 years before, but when this came out, people said, "Hey, that's cool," and it was a high demand.
and Dr. Jim, when Robinson came out in '89, and then you had Shaq a couple years later, was Shaq a lot bigger in the hobby? Because
He was
from like
bigger,
my
but
perspective, Shaq was bigger, but
he was
they both
bigger.
were huge.
No, but the problem was by then there was such a proliferation of brands and
Yeah.
overproduction that it cheapened pretty much all of the Shaq rookies. And actually, the David Robinson was not an expensive rookie either because it became obvious that there
Hmm.
were an awful lot of hoops cards out there. But No, Shaq was larger than life,
I
and
mean,
but he had no one card, and this card was not was a good card, but there wasn't the bounties, the
yeah.
chases, the whatever the comp is, I'll pay double
Hmm.
kind of thing in those days. You just kind of paid. I mean, our magazine was going strong at that time, and we were putting accurate prices, but the prices just didn't move as quickly. And
Right.
so, yeah, Shaq, in a sense, was bigger than the Admiral, but his not rookie class, but
Hmm.
the 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 landscape of card sets being produced that year. You had classic overproducing so
Yeah.
many. I mean, Kenny Golden had Shaq on speed dial.
Yeah.
They were doing deals, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it made
Just oversaturated.
it oversaturated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Scoring Kings. I didn't vote for any of these very beautiful and highly collected Jordan inserts
Hmm.
Hmm.
because I'm already going to vote for another one.
Right.
Um, AI, I think he could eventually get in there. I'm not sure that'd be the card, but that's and Kobe. I'm going to have Kobe later.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, I don't know that I would. Well, let's keep going because I
Okay.
explain what I would do. I'm voting for this. I'm voting for the red and the green. I like the way you've done this with the tricolor. Looks like
Thank you, Dr. Beckett.
that's very interesting.
That's
We looked
Tony.
at that in black and white, and that's why I was confused. But I think uh, the red and especially the green, those are first ballot. And so my point was, I think I'd vote for Kobe in the metal universe,
Okay.
or I'd vote for his.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And you could, but that might be a little awkward. It's kind of
Hmm.
breaks my rule, but of the last few years since COVID, the PMGs have been synonymous with very high demand cards. Um,
Okay.
okay, let's see.
Tim Duncan, Rook, Topps Chrome. Refractor.
Yeah, I'm going to make him wait. I don't know that
Okay.
I'd even get him in the second time. I mean, I think you guys like me are basketball fans, not just basketball collectors.
Hmm.
And by
Exactly.
in fandom, Duncan was a class act, maybe the best ever at his position, but he doesn't get enough hobby love
Right.
No, he
in
doesn't.
cards, and so I don't want him to be excluded from the Basketball Card Hall of Fame. But I'm not. I'm probably not going to have him in the first 2 years.
Gotcha.
This is a fabulous card, but I've told you I'm already picking a different MJ auto. And same thing with the jambalaya. I mean, you could just have a Michael Jordan Hall of Fame. If you did, the cards you're picking would be in there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's just an
What year
amazing.
did Skybox come out? Wasn't that like 94 maybe? Or like didn't they come
No,
out a
it's
little?
90.
like 90, 91, 92,
Okay.
91, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
90.
the gold bordered ones or
Hmm.
the and the Art Deco kind of looking thing.
Right.
So they were, and then they merged with Fleer, and but this is a
Cool card. Yeah.
cool card. Dirk, in spite of living in Dallas and being a longtime season ticket holder, I saw him play a lot. Class act, but not in the first ballot. Now you get to his numbered essential credentials. I'd love to have one. I do not have that. Okay, but so it'd definitely be worthy. But guys, I think he's third
Third,
ballot,
fourth
third
year, maybe. Yeah.
year. Uh, again, I'm voting for a different uh, uh, Kobe if that one wasn't available. And again, I'm trying to be resistant to one of ones,
Hmm.
um, but I think this is a landmark card. If people voted in, I'm not going to protest by not going to your virtual Hall of Fame, Red and Tony. I will still say, well done. That's the voice of the people, no problem. I think this card is going to keep on coming strong
Yeah.
in
Hmm.
its various things. I think it's You, like I said, Tops is not stupid. They're not
Hmm.
unresponsive. That's an amazing card.
Yeah,
Yes, it
And
is.
it's golden red and super factor, X factor, all those things.
it's an awesome
That's
card.
that's very cool. That's very cool. And eventually, I think, in fact, I'll go so far as to say, because the next one is, I am voting for the Kobe uh, and Michael dual logo man. I think it's a gorgeous card. Like I said, I didn't even know, I wasn't even aware of it. I mean, I guess I knew, but I'd never thought about it because I'd
Right.
never seen it. And then it comes up in a public auction and goes for a world record price. But my editorial statement is, and it's tricky for you guys as being custodians of this Hall of Fame concept, is that I think combo cards, meaningful combos,
Hmm.
are going to be more and more in vogue over the years. I think this
Hmm.
card, it used to be that the value of a combo card was kind of tainted by the lesser player. Well,
Hmm.
there really
Hmm.
is no lesser player here when you have
Right.
two icons that are related in some way, in a, not necessarily teammates, mentor mentee, hero. Uh, I
Kind of
think there's going to
passing
be
of the torch too.
there could be extra value,
Right.
and I think that's what happened here. This is, and Kobe not going to sign anymore, so this is, many of the autograph cards of LeBron. He can do more one of ones.
Right. Right.
Michael can even do more one of ones.
Sure. Yeah.
Kobe cannot do other stickers. Maybe they can do stickers, but that's the other reason why stickers are not as good as on card.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And they don't talk
Agreed.
about that. They say it looks bad. No, you could have after the fact stickers, and I don't like that. That
Right.
seems disrespectful
Sure.
the
I th-
dead.
I think with soccer, it's still going on with the Pele cards because I've been seeing after his death, he still has cards coming out with the
Sure.
sticker auto.
Yeah. And this card, this logo man Kobe Jordan, it's kind of the passing of the torch from Jordan. Right after Jordan, you have Kobe, so it was like intertwined. So it's a yeah, it's a great card without a
Guys,
doubt.
it may be the passing of the torch
Yeah.
of baseball to basketball.
Yeah.
A basketball card holds the privilege of being the most expensive card. And
Yep.
so to think 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago that a basketball card would be you've been laughed at.
Yeah. More
Yeah.
than a Wagner, more than a Mantle. Like, come on. And here
Shocking,
we are.
shocking.
Here we are. So we're gonna go back over your picks. So this was one of them, right? The dual logo man Kobe.
Mhm.
And then we went all the way back to 89 for the Hoops David Robinson.
No, I had the red and green PMG.
Yeah,
I've
the
never
PMJ.
Jordan. I did six, guys. I
Yeah,
cheated
I
because I
know.
wasn't
That's
sure if you were going to include the dual logo.
that's
And the dual
okay.
logo man probably would bump out David Robinson as much as I about David Robinson. But I got a $12.9 million card and a $12.9 card
Right.
in 9 or 10 probably.
And you had the 86 Fleer Jordan,
86 and then the 8045.
8045 Jordan,
one.
and of course the
Yeah.
legendary Magic Bird with Doc
Mhm.
in the middle.
It's a great ballad, guys. You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's
Well,
very
Thank you.
worthy
you know,
of being an inaugural class. Usually, I get about half of them right, and I think I'm going to do better than that this time because so many of them seem so clear cut to me.
I think
Yeah.
you did really good in the baseball this year, Dr. Beckett. I
And
think I emailed you. I said, wow, you got pretty good this year. You did pretty good.
What, 3 out of 10? Come
No,
on,
I
Ray.
think you did better than that. I think you did more than that. So we
It's
had
hard
the,
in the 8th year, the 7th and 8th year. It's hard.
yeah, absolutely. But in the vintage, you have the Dr. J rookie and 69 tops Lou Alcindor rookie.
Mhm.
And then we had the 61 Fleer of Wilt Chamberlain
Wilts,
rookie, 57 tops Bill Russell rookie,
right?
and the 48 Bowman George Mikan. So
Guys,
great list.
another way to think of it is that for an ordinary collector that's not super wealthy, for me, I'm not super wealthy, but I'm comfortable. I would take any of these cards in a one. A beat up any of the and I do have some of them, but I'm just saying that to an ordinary regular collector, if he found one of these, even in rough shape, in a conglomerate box, he would be doing backflips.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
there are no, like Kyle, Wax Museum. He
Hmm.
just wanted, he didn't care what condition. He was looking for Bill Russell, the Topps rookie card.
Right.
Hmm.
And he was delighted,
Yeah. They,
but to pay for an 8 or a 9 or a 7 even is huge bucks.
yeah.
And if you're a true collector,
You just want the
you
card.
you want the card. I
Yes.
mean, you'd
Right.
like to have a better card, but if it your wife's going to say, "Hey, can you sell the card so we can get a new car?"
It's all
Yeah.
about ownership. Just own the card. Yeah. I mean, they could rip this card in half and tape it back
Well,
together,
it's
and I
not
would still
discussed.
take
It's
it.
not discussed in the hobby, but not only can you not afford to buy it, but you can't afford to keep it
Right. True.
because it's too meaningful to your family for you to have a hobby that it's like your hobby is collecting Ferraris. I mean, that's a hobby.
I'm not Reggie Jackson. I don't have the collection of
Man,
cars.
yeah, Lamborghinis.
Right.
It's not, yeah.
Well, that was we really appreciate you coming on, Dr. Beckett. I mean, of
You
Thank you,
guys are
course,
Dr.
good.
Jim.
I won't say it was too long. Basketball to come in that order, is okay because I
hmm
do think that's the order we started. We did baseball first, then
hmm
football, then basketball,
Hmm.
then hockey, and it's not disrespect. It's just there's a lot less basketball cards,
yeah,
and
right.
they have not as rich a history, but they're sure coming on strong now.
Now they are. Absolutely. I totally agree.
So
Hmm.
well done, well done.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Dr.
you, Dr.
Beckett.
Jim.
We appreciate you
Thanks, Tony,
coming
for all
on.
your hard work. And like I said, it's you
Yeah,
got. I
Tony.
love that you're putting your resources out there, saying this is not just one person's opinion, and the people are going to vote.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
that's what it's all about. The first year, of course, we have to make a lot of decisions on our own, but then just like with baseball and football, after year number one was when we really start to get the people
Yeah.
involved and having them give an opinion or a voice as to what they would like to see at least on the ballot. So now it's been a lot of fun. So I greatly appreciate you coming on. It was a lot of fun.
Hmm.
We appreciate your and respect your opinion. Truly, you're an icon in the history of this hobby. So we want to really thank you, and we hope you continue to come on year to year for baseball, football, basketball, hockey, boxing, you name it. We're gonna do it all. So
You
we,
guys are thanking me, but you guys are doing the hard work.
uh,
This is
Tony did all the
this
work.
is
This is
it's not
his.
even a labor of love. This is just a love fest for the great cards of basketball. So
Yeah.
what a
Yes,
delightful way to spend time with a couple guys that care probably as much as I do.
right, and it's just like what I say on the other two sports. It's just preserving hobby history. It's getting people to talk.
Exactly.
It's getting people to talk about these cards and don't let them forget about them, like the Mikan, and
Yeah.
not forget about some of these great classic players and cards. So
Last
Hmm.
point. This is
yeah,
YouTube. Can you tell that George Mikan needs a manicure?
wow, yeah, a little bit.
That's the reason he got all those rebounds. Yeah, he spike it with his spiky fingernails. Looks like a
I wonder if the Globetrotters have any cards.
they do.
Oh, okay. Curly Neal.
Curly Neal, Noah Lemon. Yeah, they're in the late 50s, I think, and then
All
early
right,
60s.
awesome.
But they're not. They're Fleer. There's some
Hmm.
Fleer ones, and they're not held in great esteem. And
Right,
yet, the hobby now is looking at it's the first card. If it's
right.
the first card of Curly Neal, again, kind of a cultural icon.
Hmm.
I
So
wonder if there's. I know some former baseball players played for the Globetrotters. I wonder if there's like Bob Gibson and Will
yeah,
Chamberlain. They played for the Globetrotters. And I
yeah.
wonder if there's any cards of those guys.
I've never seen it. I've never
Yeah,
heard.
me neither. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I saw some pictures, but
Wilt
never
Wilt
hard.
played for the
yeah. He did for a
Globetrotters
while. Yeah,
when he was
Hmm.
sitting out.
yeah,
Can you
yeah.
imagine
Yeah.
what he'd make if he was coming in?
I
It's
don't even think about it today. All right. Thank you so much, Dr.
Well, thanks,
Beckett, for
Mike.
coming on. We really appreciate it. All right, everybody, don't forget to get the vote out there and pass the word. This was the first annual Basketball Card Hall of Fame, and it doesn't end till October 21st. So you still got like a few weeks left. We always want you to encourage to tell people about this and get the vote out. So we will see you real soon. Like we will always say, have fun with it. Talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye.